I started clicking the image as this tiger was approaching me. I was in a jeep, and it was almost 500 meters away from me. And I started clicking, and then suddenly I realized, is it too close to me? I removed my camera from my eyes, and I saw he was at 7 feet distance. A little smaller animal, still charismatic. It's a leopard. And I shot this in a village called Bera. I don't know how many of you have heard about this name of this village. It's a very small village in Rajasthan. The village itself is 80 square kilometers. And there are 80 leopards in that village, which means 1 leopard every square kilometer. Beautiful place for a wildlife photographer like me to be there for 2 nights and shoot these kind of images. It's a jackal. Quite furious. Again shot at Bandhavgarh National Park during my last trip when I also shot those tigers. Now, quite a colorful animal, even smaller. This is an Indian monitor lizard. Quite interesting tongue it has, right? Colorful. You know, humans have nostrils which serves 2 purposes. We breathe through our nostrils, we smell through our nostrils. But for these creatures, they only breathe through their nostrils. They don't smell through their nostrils. What they have is an internal nostril, which is called Jacobson's organ, which is inside the mouth, inside the palate. It's a kind of an internal nostril. And that is the reason why they have forked tongue. It comes out, tastes surroundings, goes back, and puts those forks inside those internal nostrils, and that's how they smell. So quite an interesting subject, one of my, again, favorite images. Coming back to some birds. It's a gull fishing, frozen at a moment when it was a few fractions of a second to be inside. Okay, so this is clicked from a place called Bhigwan. It's in Maharashtra, and with the onset of winter, there are thousands and thousands of migratory birds visit this place, one of my favorite places. Another bird, again fishing, it's called a darter. As the name suggests, it swims underneath the water surface. It's very difficult to predict where and when it will come out with the fish pierced through its beak, and then it suddenly comes up, and you have hardly a few seconds to target and focus on your subject, and it tosses up the fish up above and then gobbles it. Similar fishing pattern of this is a great cormorant. Can you imagine the size of the dinner is almost more than half the size of the bird itself. And it just again tosses up and gobbles the entire fish in one go. These are some of my very favorite subjects. I keep going these places again and again to shoot them. This is shot in Bharatpur, Rajasthan. Okay, going still a little smaller. This is a saw-scaled viper, a few inches in length. This is shot in Goa, Western Ghats of Goa, not the beaches of Goa. That's the part of Goa which I like. And this snake is one of the most venomous vipers of India. And it coils itself and then springs itself out when it has to bite its prey. So as a photographer, I need to understand the safe distance while shooting it. So again, one of my favorite images. This is a green vine snake, semi-venomous, shot in a place called Khas. It is around 20 kilometers ahead of Satara, again in Maharashtra. Going even smaller, this is a small lizard. And throughout the year, it's just plain, dull, brown-colored, normal-looking lizard. And just for 1 month in the entire year, which is its breeding period, it assumes such colorful strands. And it displays this colorful fan, number 1, to attract the female, number 2, to scare the other males in its territory. This is called a Fanthroated lizard. Again shot at Satara, Maharashtra. This is an Indian violet tarantula. It's a spider, again shot at Western Ghats, Goa. I love doing this. I use my camera as a tool to display the wonders of nature. I use photography as a tool to conserve nature, make people aware of the natural beauties of the natural world around us. And that I have been doing for the last almost 20, 25 years. But one thing I tell you, you really need not go to the remotest corner of the world to do this. They're all around, hundreds and thousands of them. These are Bartailed Godwits. I shot them in Palm Beach Road, Navi Mumbai. Can you imagine? Such wonderful nature all around us, within the city limits. This is a giant checkered killback, almost 8 feet taller than me. I shot this at Sanjay Gandhi National Park in the heart of the city of Mumbai. This is a greater flamingo shot at Airoli Creek, Navi Mumbai. Hundreds of them. It all started around 30 years back when I was 12 years of age. The passion continued. My father's dream was to see his son as a doctor, but whenever I got some time to pursue my passion, I came out with my camera and I started documenting this wonderful natural world around me using camera as a tool. And this is one of my smallest subjects of my photography. This is a frog egg. This is a small plant which is of the size of a 25 paisa coin. Very small, almost 1 inch, but this is called insectivorous plant. This second image is actually showing how it catches hold of the insects. It rolls it and then drains all the proteinaceous juices from the insect. It's a carnivorous plant. But imagine the size of it is just 1 inch. Baby spiders. One more spider, we call them dancing spiders, jumping spiders. I call this a dancing spider. Tarantula is in its attacking stance. Okay, this is a moth caterpillar, Atlas moth caterpillar. Now, this again needs some description. This is a centipede protecting all its babies. They are just newborn, and the mother centipede will not eat for months together till these babies are grown up and they develop their shells quite strong enough to be on their own. So such kind of parenthood exists in animal kingdom, which is rare to find even in human. Yeah, such colors, usually we consider frogs as brown and ugly animals, and they're full of so much of colors. So that was probably the biggest, largest land animal that I have shot so far. Okay, so I kept on shooting and I kept on participating in some of the contests, and one day came when this photograph of the 3 acacias, that's shot in Africa, it won a National Geographic Traveler India Award 2010. I was the BBC Wildlife Photographer of the Year finalist in 2015. And in the same year, National Geographic awarded me with the Educator of the Week in National Geographic Education. So during all this time, people have been asking me, why don't you formally start training people about photography and using camera as a tool for wildlife photography and conservation and all those. So we do countrywide teaching of wildlife photography for people, for newcomers, and in every aspect, conservation photography remains the tool. I came across with this gentleman, Dr. Satyabhamadas Biju, Dr. S.D. Biju, who is a professor in Delhi University, and he is considered to be the #1 amphibian researchers of the country. I consider him globally #1. He had initiated a project called Lost Amphibians of India. He said there are around 50 amphibians which has got eliminated from the forests of India over the last 150 years. But he said that you call something as extinct only when you do not record them for the last so many years. But that does not say that it has got extinct. It only says that people have not studied enough. So he had initiated this expedition. We conducted around 50 expeditions in different parts of the country, starting from Western Ghats to the northeastern Indian rainforests. And we came up with rediscoveries of many such species which were considered once to be extinct. And along with those rediscoveries came some new discoveries, and new species were discovered. One such, which would be probably, I will remember that species for my life, because that's called Maharashtra's golden-backed frog. And that has been named after me. So this is my lifetime achievement. I have a living creature on this earth which has been named after me. So my thanks goes to Dr. S.D. Biju for this honor. So thank you very much.